Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order. If you would please silently follow along in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Supervisor. Trustee Bussino?
Here.
Trustee Nevers?
Present.
Trustee Oliver?
Here.
Trustee Smith?
Here.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Here.
Clerk Posey here. Supervisor Dunn?
Thank you. We have the approval of the agenda items, and I know there are two additions. Ms. Posey.
Yes, what I have are two proposed add-ons. One to the consent agenda item number 7B, approval of amended position description, elections coordinator, and also a proposed add-on on the new business item number 21, approval for additional position clerk's office. And that's all I have.
Anyone else have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Madam Chair, this is Trustee Bussino. I just want to let the board aware that on item number 29, since I am a plaintiff in that matter, I will be recusing myself from any discussion and or possible vote on that item when we get to it.
No? Anyone else?
Hearing none, Clerk Posey makes a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Motion by Ms. Posey,
Support by Smith.
seconded by Ms. Smith to approve the agenda as amended. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Clerk Posey, yes. Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. The two bill runs are before you. If you wish an item removed, please indicate so at this time.
Madam Chair, this is Nevers. If there are no problems with either bill run, I move that we approve both at this time.
Motion by Ms. Nevers,
Supported
Support by Goodhue.
seconded by Mr. Oliver to authorize payment of both bill runs. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. The approval of the previous meeting minutes from July 22nd are before you. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections to the minutes?
Madam Chair, this is Karen Goodhue. I make a motion that we approve the previous meeting minutes from July 22nd, 2020 as presented.
Motion by Ms. Goodhue,
Support by Smith.
seconded by Ms. Smith to approve the minutes from July 22nd. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. The consent agenda are routine matters that frequently come before the board. If you wish to discuss an item, please indicate so at this time, or we need an agenda to approve the consent.
Madam Chair, this is Karen Goodhue. I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda items as presented.
Motion by Ms. Goodhue,
Clerk Posey supports.
Supported by Ms. Posey to approve the consent agenda. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Trustee Bucino?
Yes.
Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yeah.
Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. Next, we have public comment. If you wish to speak to the board tonight, raise your hand via the program. And remember, you have a 3-minute time limit.
Cusimano, go ahead.
Frank Cusimano, 16188 Jenny Drive. First, I'd like to congratulate all the candidates that made it through the primary. I look forward, if I should get elected in the general election, to represent the interests of all the persons in the township. My comment is on the purchasing policy, which I had a chance to review, and it was very well written. It's an excellent document and seems to cover almost every contingency. But my question is on agenda item number 11, which is the proposal for professional engineering service water system risk resilience, that's a typo, assessment and emergency response plan. It says Fishback. It's on pages 164 through 169 of the packet. And it provides for $38,500 to prepare this report for the EPA, or reports for the EPA. My question is, it seems that it doesn't follow the purchasing policy in that it's a contract of over $10,000, and it should go out for either a request for proposals or RFI, I believe. And that's what's indicated in the request for proposal on the nice handy spread or graph that's provided in the policy. And that's on page 3 of the policy. So I did a quick Google search, and I find that Shelby Township, our neighboring township, put out a request for proposal for the same goods or service on August 3rd with a proposal due date of August 25th, 2020. It's 21 pages long, but it provides also that there'll be a deadline of August 25th. No, I'm sorry. Deadline for completion and certification of the same by the systems is December 31st, 2020. Therefore, the project deadline for this task shall be December 18th, 2020. I want to know if this was actually put out for request for proposals and that was done, and or what exception applies under the purchasing policy to make it exempt. And if not, why wasn't the proposals for and competitive bids placed in the packet for the board's review? Thank you. That concludes my comments.
Thank you. Next.
I'm not seeing anybody, Janet.
No one else?
Not that I can see, no.
Okay. Then we will go on to new business. The Water and Sewer Department is requesting our approval for the GLWA industrial pre-treatment programs, rules update, and adopt the resolution. Mr. Wangler.
Thank you, Supervisor Dunn and board members. Tonight, Water and Sewer is in front of you requesting we adopt this new updated IPP policy. And as Janet's already stated, this will need to be approved by a resolution. In your packet, I gave you a short memo as to what the IPP program is about. And then GLWA gave several more memos and printouts here in a more detailed fashion as well. And the one thing I might add is this new IPP program will now address the PFAS compound, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard about. And those rules and guidelines regarding the PFAS compound can be found on pages 49 through 53 of their packet. So with that said, I might add that Macomb is already part of this IPP program. We currently have three places of business that fall under these guidelines. So with that said, I ask we approve this tonight by virtue of a resolution vote and move forward with this, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Wangler? Are there any motions?
Madam Chair,
Mr. Oliver?
Trustee Oliver, I move we approve the GLWA industrial pretreatment program to adopt the update and adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Oliver,
Supported by Nevers.
seconded by Ms. Nevers to approve the pretreatment programs and adopt the resolution. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
I'll call the roll. Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
trustee Nevers,
Yes.
trustee Bucino,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes, I'm sorry.
treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
clerk Posey, yes, supervisor Dunn.
Yes, this resolution is adopted. Next, we have a construction pay estimate number 11 for the 2019 sanitary sewer cleaning CCTV investigation contract modification number 4. Mr. Wangler.
Thank you, Supervisor Dunn and board members. This will be, as Janet's already stated, this will be pay cert number 11. This will be payable to Pipe Tech Infrastructure Services in the amount of $50,507.03. Water and Sewer, as well as engineering, have reviewed this. We are recommending approval. And the other thing I might add is they did finish last night on 21 Mile Road. This program for this summer this is complete. So the cleaning and TVing for this year is complete. We are recommending we approve this pay cert. Thank you.
Thank you. That's very good news. Any questions for Mr. Wangler?
Madam Chair, Trustee Oliver's got one quick question. Mr. Wangler, just to kind of brief me on this, this is an annual checkup basically of our sewer lines and just make sure they're performing properly and we don't have any potential plugging area. Is that what this is about?
Yes, that's correct. Back when, Mr. Oliver, back when we had the SAW grant program going on, we did a lot of CIP work through the SAW grant program. We were paying for it. So once the SAW grant program best to keep going with our CIP program to continue to look at the infrastructure, and then hopefully we can avoid situations like 15 Mile Road and things of that nature. But, this is just keeping tabs on our system and being a good steward of our system. That's all.
Good. In the end, does the report give us a grade? Like, do they say you got this many more years on this, or watch out for this?
All these reports, Mr. Oliver, are sent to AEW. They review the reports. They categorize the manholes. They categorize sewer lines, and they all get a grade. And then they get put on the list for repair, if you will. And I might add that the other company doing the repairs this season, I think you've approved these pay certificates in the past, is called in Citriform. And so, these grades will result into more projects in the future, i.e. repairs. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Good deal.
Any other questions? Are there any motions?
Yes, Madam Chair, this is Nevers. I make a motion to approve the construction pay estimate number 11, 2019 sanitary sewer cleaning, CCTV investigation contract modification number 4, project number 0249-0162 for $50,507.03.
Motion by Ms. Nevers,
Support by Goodhue.
seconded by Ms. Goodhue to approve the pay estimate number 11. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Nevers,
Yes,
Treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
Trustee Bussino,
Yes.
Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yeah.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes. This motion carries. Number 11 is a proposal for professional engineering services, water system risk and resiliency assessment and emergency response plan. Mr. Wangler.
Thank you, Supervisor Dunn and board members. This will be a request from Water and Sewer to approve the proposal in front of you tonight prepared by Fishbeck. This will be for preparing the risk and resiliency assessment program, as well as updating the response plan. And in your packet, Fishbeck outlines a detailed framework of the work that will be performed. They break down the two projects and the dollar amount, and the dollar amount tally comes to $38,500. These two programs, these two studies, the one needs to be done and the other one needs to be updated, are required by EPA, and Water and Sewer is recommending approval that we move forward with this, with these two studies and updates. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any questions?
Yes, Mr. Wangelin, could you please answer Mr. Kuzmano's concerns?
Well, it's well, it's not my understanding. It's common knowledge that we are currently under contract with Fishbeck for these types of services.
Okay. Thank you.
And they have the ability to perform these, obviously.
If I may, Mr. Wanglin, also Fishbeck and Mr. Van Tiffling could probably chime in as well. They're on our pre-qualified list. Isn't that correct?
Ms. Posey,
correct.
I'll take that. We actually have a service agreement with Fishbeck. We have two engineering consultants, Fishbeck and AEW, that we use for various items, water and sewer, building, engineering, all use these consultants. And so those agreements were approved by the board a while ago.
Okay, that's what I understood. I hope that answers the questions.
Any other questions?
I'm sorry. With that said, Supervisor Dunn, I'm recommending approval of this, this request. Thank you.
Any comments, questions, or motions?
Madam Chair, Treasurer Goodhue, I'll make a motion for the proposal for the Professional Engineering Services Water System Risk and Resiliency Assessment and Emergency Response Plan.
Motion by Ms. Goodhue,
Support by Nevers.
seconded by Ms. Nevers to approve this proposal. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
Trustee Nevers,
Yes.
Trustee Bussino,
Yes.
Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes, this motion carries. Move on
Thank
now
you, Board.
to the engineering department, and the first request is to approve sanitary sewer connection for the 2020 Pathway Gap Closure Program. Mr. Van Tiffin.
Yes, Madam Chairperson, board members. As we've had in the past with these sidewalk gap closure programs, we run into parcels where the septic field is in the way of the proposed pathway, and there's really no way of realigning the pathway to get around the septic field. So we're forced to connect the home to the sanitary sewer system along the road. So I've worked with the Water and Sewer Department to obtain quotes from the various contractors that do this type of work for the township, as well as computing the connection charges that the Water and Sewer Department gets for these connections. That information is included in your packet. So there are actually 3 of these parcels, and this item agenda and the next 2 are basically the same situation, just in different locations. So the first one, Water and Sewer obtained a quote from Lakeview Contracting, which is the underground contractor that will make the physical connection. That is for $9,995. They obtained a quote from a landscaping company to restore the front yard. That is for $2,950. And then the required fees that are necessary to hook the house up to the water and sewer fund are $7,462.80, or a grand total of $20,407.80. We are recommending approval so that we can move forward in abandoning the septic field and constructing the sidewalk. Be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions for Mr. Van Tiffin?
Madam Chair, this is Treasurer Goodhue. I make a motion to approve the sanitary sewer connection for the 2020 Pathway Gap Closure Program for 51465 Romeo Plank Road in the amount of $20,407.80.
Motion by Ms. Goodhue,
Support by Smith.
seconded by Ms. Smith, to approve the sanitary sewer connection as requested. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Trustee Bussino,
Yes.
Trustee Nevers,
Yes.
Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes, this motion carries. And the number 13 is the same exact scenario, correct, Mr. Van Tiffin?
That is correct, Madam Chairperson. Same scenario, just different address. So Water and Sewer obtained the quotes for the 3 different items that are necessary in order to make the connection. Lakeview Contracting provided a quote of $9,980 for the physical connection. Heritage Oaks Landscaping provided a quote of $4,200 for the landscaping work in the front yard. And then the tap fee owed to the Water and Sewer Department is $9,665. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Being that this is the same scenario as the first one, are there any questions, comments, or motions?
Madam Chair, I will make this is Nevers. I'll make the motion to approve the sanitary sewer connection for 51991 Romeo Plank Road, included with the 2020 pathway gap closure program in the total amount of $23,845.
Motion by Ms. Nevers,
Support by Smith.
seconded by Ms. Smith to approve the sanitary sewer connection as requested. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Nevers,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Trustee Bussino,
Yes.
Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes. This motion carries. Next one, it looks like the same thing. Request to approve sanitary sewer connection for the 2020 pathway gap closure. Mr. Van Tiffel?
Yes, Madam Chairperson, board members. This is the last one. The quote that Water and Sewer received from Lakeview Contracting for this one is $9,996.25. The quote from Heritage Oaks for the restoration work is $3,100. And the tap fees owed to the Water and Sewer Fund are $8,820 for a grand total of $21,916.25. We are recommending approval.
Thank you. Any questions?
Madam Chair, this is Treasurer Goodhue. I make a motion to approve the sanitary sewer connection for 46535 Garfield Road in the amount of $21,916.25.
Motion by Ms. Goodhue,
Support by Nevers.
seconded by Ms. Nevers to approve the sanitary sewer connection as requested. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
Trustee Nevers,
Yes.
Trustee Bussino,
Yes.
Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes, this motion carries. The next item is a request to approve the release of easement for municipal utilities for Wolverine Estates North site condominiums. Mr. Van Tiffel.
Yes, Madam Chairperson, board members, this particular easement was recorded by the developer. Unfortunately, it was missing some information that the township does require. So we have worked with the developer to get the correct information shown on a new easement. That easement is in the process of being recorded to replace this one. So we no longer need this easement and are recommending approval of this easement to be released. Be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions?
Madam Chair, this is Trustee Smith. I'll make a motion to request to approve the release of the easement of the municipal utilities for Wolverine Estate North Site Condominium.
Motion by Ms. Smith,
Support by Goodhue.
Clerk Posey,
supported by Ms. Posey to approve the release of easement for municipal utilities for Wolverine Estates North site condominiums. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Trustee Bussino,
Yes.
Trustee Nevers,
Yes.
Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn.
Yes. Motion carries. Next is a pathway abeyance for 51871 and 51857 Card Road. Mr. Van Tiffel.
Yes, Madam Chairperson, board members. The owner of these two parcels has an application into the township to combine these two pieces together. Normally, the township would require that the pathway along the Card Road frontage be constructed as a condition of the parcel combination. However, the property owner has indicated that once the parcels are combined, their intention is to build a home on that property. It would make sense to build the sidewalk or pathway along Card Road along with the house instead of doing it ahead of time and then potentially damaging it during the construction of the home. We have reviewed the request and are recommending approval.
Any questions? Any motions?
Madam Chair, this is Nevers. I'm making a motion to approve the pathway abeyance for 51871 and 51857 Card Road, parcels number 08-15-426-007 and 08-15-426-008.
Thank you. Motion by Ms. Nevers,
Support by Smith.
seconded by Ms. Smith to approve the pathway abeyance as requested. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll? Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Madam Chair, this is Clerk Posey. I got kicked off, so if you could repeat who made the motion and who seconded it, I can do the roll call.
Motion by Nevers, supported by Smith.
Okay. Trustee Nevers?
Yes?
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. Next, we have a request to pay estimate number 1 for the 2020 Pathway Gap Closure Program. Mr. Van Tiffman.
Yes, Madam Chairperson, board members, this is the first pay estimate for this year's construction program that started in July. They are recommending, or they're requesting approval for this pay estimate of $115,852.11. We've reviewed the request and are recommending approval. Be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions from the board?
Madam Chair, Treasurer Goodhue, I'll make a motion to approve the pay estimate number 1 for the 2020 Pathway Gap Closure Program in the amount of $115,852.11.
Motion by Ms. Goodhue,
Support by Nevers.
seconded by Ms. Nevers to pay estimate number 1. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Trustee Nevers?
Yes?
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. We'll move on now to the Human Resources Department, and we are looking at personal identification privacy policy. Mr. Sorby.
Madam Chair and members of the board, the Board of Trustees approved the personal identification privacy policy back on June 14th, 2017, when there were some modifications to the Social Security Number Privacy Act. Since then, there have been no modifications. We've gone through the policy again to confirm that it still complies with current law and that it's the method in which the township is currently operating. Given the date of the last approval, I'm asking for a motion to readopt the personal identification privacy policy as of today.
Thank you. Any questions?
Madam Chair, this is Nevers. I make a motion to readopt the personal identification privacy policy.
Motion by Ms. Nevers,
Support by
Oliver.
Goodhue.
seconded by Ms. Goodhue to adopt the personal identification privacy policy. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Nevers,
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
Trustee Bucino,
Yes.
Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. Next one is the attendance policy. Mr. Sordy?
Madam Chair, members of the board, again, the Board of Trustees approved the attached attendance policy with an effective date of April 1st, 2013. We reviewed the policy to confirm the compliance with the current laws and the township procedures, and as well as the provisions of the applicable collective bargaining agreements. No modifications are required at this time, but once again, given the date of the last adoption of the policy, I'm asking for a motion to readopt the attendance policy, and I'd certainly be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions? Any
Madam
more?
Chair,
Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Ms. Goodhue, that's fine.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the attendance policy as of today's date.
Motion by Ms. Goodhue,
Supported by Smith.
seconded by Ms. Smith to readopt this attendance policy. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Trustee Bucino,
Yes.
Trustee Nevers,
Yes.
Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. Next is hazard pay for firefighters. Mr. Sordy.
Madam Chair, members of the board, this is a request from the Human Resources Department, but really our Finance Director, Ms. Smith, has done essentially all the work on this. She's identified the available funds, and she put in an application on behalf of the township. But to qualify for the program, the employees must be paid by September 30th, 2020. So she wants to make sure that this is. So the First Responder Hazard Pay Premiums Program was created to reimburse and or pay for qualifying first responder hazard pay premiums provided to first responders who have performed hazardous duty. I don't think anyone can question our firefighters and being involved at that level. So with that, and attached to in your packet is a list that's been approved by the fire chief, as well as to those firefighters that will receive hazard pay in amount of $1,000, and the finance department, if approved tonight, will make the payment on August 20th, 2020. And with that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Sordy?
Yeah. Madam Chair, I would like to, this is Nevers. I would like to make a motion to authorize hazard payments in the amount of $1,000 to each firefighter on the attached list.
Motion by Ms. Nevers,
Support by Oliver.
seconded by Mr. Oliver to authorize hazard pay for the firefighters. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Nevers,
Yes.
Trustee Oliver,
Yes.
Trustee Bucino,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue,
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, this motion carries. Next is the request for election coordinator position. This was the add-on for tonight. Mr. Sordy.
Madam Chair and members of the board, I don't think anyone can question that this last election was something of a historical nature. So with that, Ms. Posey has asked us to post for the position of election coordinator on a part-time basis to add a person to her department to assist with those with those duties. Those duties are on the, will come from the position description as modified as you approved this evening. And so with that, I'd ask to approve the request to add an additional part-time election coordinator position to the clerk's office and recruit appropriately.
I have one little question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Will this person be coming in only at election time? Or would it be every day for, I don't know, 3 hours or 4 hours? Or
Well,
hasn't that been worked out yet?
that hasn't, and Ms. Posey, please feel free to jump in, but that has not been worked out yet. And as a part-time position, they would have to work less than 30 hours per week.
Okay.
And I can add to that, Mr. Astorti. We're averaging our temps at 30 hours a week right now. And due to the influx that we saw in this last election, every clerk out there is trying to poach the other person's temps in an attempt to staff accordingly for November. The preparation that we were able to do in the past during the election year and in the off year is no longer an option for us. We need the off years to completely prep, and in the on year of an election, we're all issuing, receiving, and accounting for applications and ballots. So this is a permanent part-time position that we're in much need of right now.
Thank you for the explanation.
Absolutely.
Any other questions? Very well. Are there any motions?
Madam Chair, this is Trustee Smith. I will make the motion to allow the additional position of a part-time election coordinator. I'm sorry, is that the correct title?
Yes.
Motion by Ms. Smith,
Support by Oliver.
seconded by Mr. Oliver, to approve the election coordinator position. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair, if you just add part-time to that, the motions, that would need to be in the minutes.
Okay.
So based on it, a motion to approve the request to add additional part-time election coordinator, motion by Trustee Smith.
Is there a second to that motion?
Yep, Trustee Oliver. So Trustee Smith?
Very good.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes, and Supervisor Dunn.
Yes, that motion carries. Under planning and zoning, we have a final site plan approval for Wolverine Estates North. Mr. Kern.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Board. Yes, we are here to seek approval for the final site plan for Wolverine Estates North. The property is located of Luckman and north of 25 Mile in Section 5. It is a 30-unit residential development on just over 12 acres. The property is currently zoned R1, which allows for this type of development. And it connects to a stub road from Wolverine Country Club to the south. It's developed in a way that it has future connections to other surrounding neighborhoods, including to the north Emerald Green subdivision and to the west, which is currently vacant. The property contains 2 detention ponds and a 60-foot wide public right-of-way. It meets all the requirements and all departments have approved. Planning Commission voted unanimously to recommend approval.
Very good, thank you. Any questions for Mr. Box? Or any motions?
Madam Chair, I would like to make the motion to accept the Planning Commission recommendation and approve the final site plan request for Wolverine Estates North Site condominiums located on the west side of Luckman Road and north of 25 Mile Road, Section 05, permanent parcel 08-05-400-005 as motioned by the Planning Commission.
Motion by Ms. Nevers,
Treasurer
Support.
Goodhue, board.
seconded by Treasurer Goodhue to approve the final site plan for Wolverine Estates North. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Was it Treasurer Goodhue that supported that?
Yes.
Okay, just verifying. Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
That motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have the fire department, and this is a request to purchase AED batteries. Chief Phillips.
Madam Supervisor, members of the board, I'm requesting your approval this evening to purchase new batteries for all of our AEDs. The current batteries are reaching the end of their 5-year service life. The RFQ was posted on Mitten on April 20th by the purchasing specialist, and we're due back on May 4th. Total of 4 bids were received with pricing ranging from $6,499.75 to $8,883.46 for the 25 batteries. I'm recommending the bid for the batteries be awarded to the low bidder, Boundtree Medical, at a total cost of $6,499.75. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions for Chief Phillips? Any motion?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
this is Trustee Smith. I will make the motion to request to purchase the AED battery.
Motion by Ms. Smith,
Supported by Nevers.
seconded by Ms. Nevers to authorize the purchase of the AED batteries. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes. Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes. This motion carries. Now we have a request to promote a probationary firefighter. Chief Phillips.
Madam Supervisor, members of the board, I'm requesting this evening or recommending the promotion of probationary firefighter Alex Rowling to the position of paid on-call firefighter. Probationary firefighter Rowling successfully completed his 12-month probation and is recommended for promotion by the Probationary Development Committee and myself. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions? Is the gentleman on the line by any chance?
No, he's not.
Okay. Any questions?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was going to make a motion. Are there questions?
Yeah.
Madam Chair, this is Trustee Smith. I will make the motion to request to promote probationary firefighter Alex Rowling.
Motion by Ms. Smith,
Supported by
Supported by Nevers.
supported by
Nevers.
Who supported that?
Let Nancy do it.
Sorry. It's
Madam Chair, Trustee Nevers?
Trustee Nevers, thank you. To promote Alex Rowling to firefighter. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. Congratulations to Alex. Next
Yes.
is a request to award the 5-year contract for fire hose testing. Chief Phillips.
Madam Supervisor, members of the board, I'm requesting your approval this evening to award a 5-year contract for fire hose testing. We are required each year to test all the fire hose. As it states, we currently have 22,800 feet of hose that's in need of being tested. The purchasing specialist placed the request for proposals for the testing on Mitten on June 22nd with a due date of July 7th. No bids were received. Mrs. Solomon then solicited 4 written quotes to obtain competitive bids. Prices ranged from $6,156 to $8,700 per year. One of the vendors only bid on the testing for 2020 and not the remaining 4 years. With that, I'm recommending the fire hose testing be awarded to the low bidder, National Hose Testing Specialist, based on the recommendation of the purchasing specialist at a cost of $6,156 per year. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Chief Phillips?
Madam Chair, this is Trustee Smith with no questions being asked. I will make the motion to award the 5-year contract for the fire hose testing.
Motion by Ms. Smith,
Supported by Nevers. Oops.
who made the second?
Trustee Nevers.
Thank you. Let me see here, where am I? Call the roll, Ms. Posey.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Trustee Nevers.
Yes.
Trustee Bussino.
Yes.
Trustee Oliver.
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue.
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes. That motion carries. Thank you. Now from the supervisor's office, we have a request from our IT department to purchase 2 backup servers. Ms. Cates, you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Madam Chair, and good evening, board members. The township's hardware backup infrastructure, which was installed in 2014, has reached end of life and no longer can be covered by the manufacturer's warranty. We are recommending replacement of the servers, which includes the storage necessary for the data backup. And we've already experienced failures, and we're concerned about a risk and delay in replacing them. I do want to clarify that the servers would not be purchased directly from BPI, they would be purchased directly from Dell. Does anyone have any questions?
Anyone have any questions?
No.
Are there any?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
if there are, excuse me, go ahead. Is that Charlie? Go ahead.
I ain't saying nothing.
Okay,
ahead.
I just, all right. This is Nevers. I will make a motion to approve the purchase of 2 backup servers from BPI for a total cost of $17,096.54, including installation.
Motion by Ms. Nevers,
I'll support that.
seconded by Mr. Oliver to purchase the servers as requested. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Nevers.
Yes.
Trustee Oliver.
Yes.
Trustee Bussino.
Yeah, Madam Chair and Clerk, I'm sorry. I think I have to recuse myself on this one too, on this vote.
For what reason?
I'm recusing myself from the vote.
Why?
There could be a conflict of interest on this. I believe I have to.
Mr. Sardi, can you comment on that?
If Mr. Bussino indicates that he has a direct pecuniary interest in this matter, it would be appropriate for him to recuse himself. If what he's referring to is his current lawsuit and a request, I would indicate, and he feels that it's associated with his lawsuit, then I would think that that would be appropriate.
Very well. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Trustee Nevers.
Yes.
Trustee Oliver.
Yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue.
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn.
Yes, that motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have approval of the 2020 financial audit, and it is the engagement letter that we are approving. The audit will begin sometime in September. So this is just the letter to engage their services. This would be Plant Moran. They have done our audit for years and years and years. If there's any questions.
Madam Chair, this is Treasurer Goodhue. I'll make a motion that we approve the 2020 financial audit from Plant Moran and approval to sign the engagement letter.
Thank you. Motion by Ms. Goodhue.
I'll support that, Oliver.
Seconded by Mr. Oliver to approve the engagement letter from Plant Moran for the annual audit. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes. Thank you. That motion carries. Next, we have approval of payment to Foster, Swift, Collins, and Smith. You'll find that invoice attached in your paperwork from Mark Corner. He's been doing work for us on issues that are not appropriate for Mr. Assorti to do based on his lawsuit against the township. The invoice is $4,927.50 and looking for approval. Any questions?
Madam Chair, this is Trustee Smith. I will make the motion to approve the payment to Foster, Swift, Collins, and Smith for services rendered of $4,927.50.
Motion by Ms. Smith,
Supported by Oliver.
seconded by Mr. Oliver to approve the payment to Foster, Smith, Collins, and Smith. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. And lastly is retaining of legal representation. There are two memos, one from myself and one from Mr. Kerner, asking for a determination of legal representation for the Buzzino versus Macomb Township trustees, myself, and Christy Posey. In order for Mr. Corner to represent us all, he needs a motion to indicate that there is not a conflict of interest. There will be a document to sign in the future. He will file an appearance on everyone's behalf if we choose to have him represent all of us. There is not insurance coverage for this lawsuit. Any questions?
As Madam Chair,
Yes.
I would just like to state that after reading the letter from, let me see, excuse me, I'm sorry, flipping through this, from Diane Wynn, it states, as you said, the complaint does not seek damages as defined above, therefore coverage is not applicable. I'm just asking, I don't have a clue how much these fees would be from the lawyer. Just asking, maybe it's cheaper to go with the audit. End of my statement.
Not sure I understood that, but okay. Anyone else? Very well. Are there any motions?
Madam Chair, this is Trustee Smith. Smith. I will make the motion to retain legal representation from Mr. Croner's office. I don't believe there would be a conflict for them to represent the whole board as a whole.
Okay, thank you. Motion by Ms. Smith,
Posey will support.
seconded by Mr. Oliver to approve the retaining of the coroner. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Trustee Smith?
Yeah.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino? Oh, I apologize, you recused yourself. Trustee Nevers?
No.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn, or Clerk Posey, yes. Supervisor Dunn?
Yes, that motion carries. Thank you. We will move on now to board comments, and I will ask for Ms. Smith. You have any comments for this evening?
No, Madam Chair, I have nothing to add. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Oliver.
Yes. I would just like to thank the residents for coming out and supporting me for the election. Also, I'd like to thank the firefighters and the employees of Macomb Township. It really, really means a lot to me. Also, I'd like to congratulate Mr. Viviano, Mr. Drollet, and Ms. Posey for their election win, and hope that everything keeps going for the general election. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Posey for doing such a great job on the elections. That whole team worked so hard on getting the results, and it really shows good leadership. So again, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Buzzin.
I have no comments tonight, Madam Chair.
Very well. Ms. Nevers.
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you for the opportunity. I would just like to congratulate Mr. Viviano, Mr. Drollet, and Ms. Posey on their win, and to thank all of the voters that supported me in this election. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Treasurer's comments.
Yes. After all the turmoil and accusations this board has had to endure over the past several years, I gave serious thought to running for election again. But I sincerely care about the township I have lived in my whole life. I decided to put it in God's hands that He would do what was best for me. I have been very proud to serve the residents for the past 13 years. I can hold my head high and declare honestly, I have never been a part of any corruption. I want to congratulate Leon Drollet and the other board members-elect and wish them success. I also want to thank Mr. Drollet for running a very clean campaign, and it was very much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Clerk's comments.
Thanks, Madam Chair. I too would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the voters and all those that endorsed me for re-electing me as your Macomb Township Clerk. I am honored and humbled that you have placed your trust in me. And with your trust, I will continue to work tirelessly on your behalf to help address challenges and to secure lasting and meaningful improvements to your quality of life in Macomb Township. Not only am I thankful for your support, but also all the candidates who offer to serve their communities. It is not easy to put oneself out there in such a public forum, so I give credit to all those with the initiative to do so, and congratulations to all those who did put themselves out there and were successful. Lastly, I want to take a moment to thank every single employee in the township who worked side by side with the clerk's department for your contributions to this monumental effort we achieved together last Tuesday. We had 23,667 total voters, which is a 36% total voter turnout for a primary election. In the primary election in 2016, we had a total voter turnout of 11,598. To put this in perspective, in 2016, we had 7,100 absentee voters and 4,400 voted in the polling locations. On Tuesday, August 4th, we had 16,214 absentee voters and 7,453 voted in the polls. The incredible time, resources, and work it took on your parts over many weeks and months cannot be overstated. I know Tuesday's election was long and a stressful day, but your hard work resulted in a truly landmark day for our democracy. To all of you, especially my staff in the clerk's department, I look forward to continuing our work together in the coming weeks as we prepare for November. I have complete confidence in my team, and I am grateful to each of you for the work you do on behalf of Macomb Township's clerk department. And once again, thank you for the opportunity to serve.
Thank you. Under Supervisor's Comments, I also want to send my congratulations to the candidates who have won in the primary election, and good luck to those who have opponents in November. The second thing is, don't forget the Hazardous Waste Day on August 29th here at Town Hall from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. The next is the nature park is open. It is on 26 Mile between Card Road and North Avenue near the township borders. The hiking paths are aggregate stone and crushed asphalt. The parking area is the same. There is a Macomb Township sign in front of the 38-acre parcel. There are deer on the property, as well as squirrels, chipmunks, everything you'd expect to see up north. And it's right in our backyard. Just as a side note, an Audubon Society member on a visit documented 33 different species of birds. Please check Parks and Rec website and Facebook page for any additional information. The last thing is sponsored by the Macomb Township Historical Commission. A photo book of Macomb Township's early days has been compiled by Linda Osborne Sinowa. On Saturday, September 19th, at the former Wade Nursery property, there will be a book release in conjunction with an open house to view the original town hall, which the Fields and Grounds Department is working fervently to clean it up for us. That is all the business for this evening. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Clerk Posey will make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by Ms. Posey,
Supported by Nevers.
seconded by Ms. Nevers. Ms. Posey, would you call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chair. Clerk Posey, yes. Trustee Nevers?
Yes.
Trustee Bussino?
Yes.
Trustee Oliver?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yeah.
Treasurer Goodhue?
Yes.
Supervisor Dunn?
Yes. This meeting is adjourned.